All right, let's talk about pick lists. So when you're building orders, you have the ability to create what's known as a pick list, which is basically a summary document of all of the products that you'll need for one or more orders in a single place where you can look at them. And this is pretty convenient in a lot of ways. You know, when you have preparers that are doing orders, especially for your high volume services, delivery services, and distributions who are placing lots of orders, lots of diverse products that are coming in, the pick list makes it easy to see what is needed, get it once, and then get in and get out. So let's take a look at how some of this stuff works. So here on the deck, I have created two orders, and let's just take a look really quickly at the orders. We can see what's going on here. So we've got three products here with some different quantities here. And then take a note of the animal crackers that we have here. So notice we have 3 eighths over there. And then we have more here, and intentionally I also did animal crackers on this order too, so we have 2 more eighths over here, and then all the other products are different. So now we have 2 orders on deck. So let's say, for example, you're the preparer and you're coming in and you have to pull products from your warehouse for these 2 orders. So the easiest way to do it is simply just to go and click and then create pick list. Now what's going to happen here is it's going to bring up a list here that shows all of the available orders that it can add to the pick list. And right now, of course, we have 2, and so we have 2 there. It's pretty simple. But there's a couple of rules in determining whether or not the products or the orders are going to show up here. So the first one is if it's still in your building, i.e. it hasn't been assigned to a driver and the driver hasn't pressed the in route button yet, then it will show up on this list regardless. That's because Butter assumes that the order is still sitting in the warehouse or your delivery depot and that you should have access to pull products as you need. Once the order has been en routed, then Butter considers that product to be left the building, and there's no need to pull a pick list at that point. You know, the order should be packaged up and it should be on the road. So here we got 2 orders in the pick list. So we're just going to choose number 112 here, and we're going to generate a PDF. So it generates a PDF in a different tab so that you actually still have your order behind you as well. I'll just roll this up a little bit here. So this is your inventory pick list, and this is what generates it. So you can see it tells you about who generated it and when. You can either print this, or what we used to do in our service is we had iPads, and then we would just have an iPad and we would generate it on that, and then the preparer could walk around with the iPad and then pick the products. The great thing about this here, it's got all of the information that your preparer will need to pull the order, and so there it is. I've did it for one order right here, and you can see all the products that are in that order for that thing. Notice that there is nothing about the actual order on the pick list, and that's an important distinction. We did that on purpose, and I'll show you why that is basically. So there's the pick list for one order. Now the reason why I did one is because I want to show you what it looks like after we've generated one. You can see that already generated over here is now saying yes. So if you have multiple people, multiple preparers that are working at one time in the system, you can see which ones have already been generated and who's pulling what, and then what orders are still needing to be pulled. So at this point right now, if I was working with somebody else, then I would just pull Ryan and I wouldn't pull Janet. Okay, so in this case right now, when we do an aggregated list, we're just going to pull both of them at the same time. We're going to generate that PDF. And now what it's going to do is it's going to take all the products, and it's just going to say what you need. So remember that we had animal crackers specifically in both orders. So now it just says, hey, go grab 5 eighths of animal crackers. I know I need 3 for one and 2 for the other. So again, right now, when we're talking about the pick list, what we're concerned about is getting into the warehouse and pulling our products one time, rather than sending the preparer back 2 or 3 times to the animal crackers bin, only to find out, hey, I could have just gotten 17 eighths instead of coming back and getting 3 different times. So it does save you a lot of time in when you're preparing your orders. So that's one of the main reasons that we use it. So that's there. Let me go ahead and close this here. Okay, so now we've pulled both of those kinds of things. Now, as you might expect, if you came back here and you did here and you did a create pick list, then all of them would be generated at this point. Now you can still do that again, and like I said, until the orders are actually left the building, and then they won't show up on the list anymore. Now we are going to do some follow-up videos to this in which we talk about grouping on the order list page here and how the pick list works with groups and things like that, but we'll get into that in another video. For now, that's basically how our pick list works. So we'd be interested in hearing your comments and feedback, how you like the pick list, and if you think it's missing any features, and if there's anything else we can do to improve it. So thank you guys very much, and we'll see you in the next video.